So, hello and welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Onkel Urban Show. As you can see, I'm in the sunny Portugal, still in Porto, but basically this is not Porto, this is Matosinhos. It's right, it's like actually next to Porto. For me, actually, it makes no difference, but I think it makes difference. I don't think I have to introduce this person. This is Philippe from Yellowood. We are here in the White Terrace in Matosinhos, and yeah, thanks for your time, first of all.
No problem. It's a pleasure always to welcome people, especially abroad people. Always welcome.
Nice. So I brought you some questions. Basically, I asked the people on Instagram, so mainly my community, about some questions they would like to know about you. And I got some. Like, this time I also have to, be mad at you guys, because I think you could write some more questions. But I know I made the post quite late, so it's alright, I think. So I think it's like 8 or 9 questions in total. And the first question is from Versace FB, and he's asking you, will there be ever a Black River and Yellowwood collabo?
I don't know, maybe. Why not? I'm open to all kinds of collaborations, and Black River is a company we know for many years. We work together, so why not? It's only a question of finding the right way.
Or the right time and the right product, maybe.
Yes, probably, yeah. It's all about finding the right solution.
Okay, so basically you're up for it.
Yeah, no problem, for sure.
Okay, that sounds good. Sounds good to me. I think the Black River guys should watch the interview and then write him a message. Maybe something will end up.
Let's do this. They should come here. They are welcome, and they will enjoy our lifestyle.
I'm sure about that. So next question is from Mr. Krebs FB. And he's asking you thoughts on FB meme. I know you blocked the page so far. I know because I know I'm a subscriber of the page, so I know what they post. So, in my opinion, some of the posts are not a meme or a meme anymore. Some of them are actually public harassment, if you ask me, guys. But yeah. So, what do you think about it?
I don't know. I think it's funny when it's funny. When it's insulting people, it's not. It could not be only for me, for other people. You see it there. It's not so funny anymore. You could You can be funny without insulting people, and I don't know. It's something that it's normal. Actually, I don't care so much about it. I blocked because I don't want them to make fun of stuff they don't need to.
So basically you block them to just keep them out of your surrounding, probably.
Probably, yeah. Because why? It's not funny.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Some of the posts are actually funny because it's a meme or a meme basically, but the most of the stuff lately is more or less like harassment. So I know some guys behind the account, yeah, and yeah, guys, I will probably send you a message, or you will send me a message. Let's talk about it, because I think the page is cool, but you have to think about what you do there. So
yeah, learn with the skateboard memes. Yeah, it's better. Learn with history, kids.
Yeah, learn how to Instagram. The next question is from Munchkin FB, and he's asking you, who got you into fingerboarding, or did you came up it by yourself? Some of the fingerboarders had a tech deck and started by themselves.
Yeah, I can show you. I have the first fingerboard in the wall there in the museum, and I can show you. The first one was a lot before tech deck, because it was a keychain back then. It was a precision keychain. It was really old school shape, plastic shape, way before. It was around 90, 89, 90, around that era. And that was my first introduction to fingerboarding. and because I skate for many years, it's 31 years already skateboarding, so I've seen this grow, and it's always been part of, I don't know, if a skater thinks tricks and is always with the mind seeing obstacles, seeing stuff, and always figuring out. I used to be a kid without fingerboarding, and I would skate every obstacle just with the fingers, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Just when you're a skater, you like it. Your imagination is always working, you know, trying to discover a new spot, a new trick, something, you know. It's really cool.
So I actually got one of the keychains because I thought, hey, it's so nostalgic, I have to get one. And then I bought one in Canada on a flea market for like $1.
Cool purchase you made. My original one was Zorlak. Zorlak, it's an old school skateboard brand, and they made it. I can show you later. It's actually funny because the trucks are plastic and the wheels are metal. It's the bear. But anyway, it's the way it was back then. And since then, it's developed so much. It continues to develop, and for us here at Yellowood, it's something that we always liked. It's to search for new improvements and try to make fingerboarding more professional, not more professional, but more consistent, you know, for a fingerboarder.
That's actually a good point where I could like throw the next question into it. It's from Fingered Ben. He's a fingerboarder from Canada, I think, from the French part. So basically he's asking you who came up with the Pro trucks first. Was it Yellowwood or Black River? And is there any rivalry between you and Black River? Or is it like your friends and helping out each other?
Well, who came up with the trucks first? I think it was around the same time period, because it was a need for us as the fingerboarders to have professional trucks, because nowadays people don't realize it, but back then it was difficult to have a good set of trucks with all the old school tuning and stuff. It didn't work. It was a pain in the ass, actually, always looking for the parts and falling apart.
I'm just saying super glue, basically super glue.
All the stuff, and it was not good, you know. There was a need for something like that, for good trucks. And back then, I think it was around the same time period. The first pictures, I don't know, it was the same. I think it was the same. But we didn't, how do I say this? We didn't tell each other we were making it. They both came up at...
So it was basically like a big surprise.
Yeah, it was a coincidence, basically, because we developed it and they developed it, and we both came up with the trucks around the same time, so that's the way it was. So it's nothing bad about that. It's just a coincidence in time. Nothing bad.
But there is no like rivalry between you and Black River.
No, on our side, everything good. They support our events, we support their events, so they are welcome here, we are welcome there. So for a long time we have been traveling to each other, more towards Germany, but anyways, but it's all good.
Nice, that's good. Yeah, we already talked about like collabos, and Leo FB is asking you how about a collabo with one of the Portuguese companies like Flint or Oak Wheels. I know there's like some, let's call it trouble, I don't know, but
Portuguese beef.
Yeah, but like the rest of the world doesn't understand it. I basically don't understand it as well, because if you ask me, I think like Portugal, especially Porto, has like the biggest fingerboard force, let's call it force, in Europe. So in my opinion, the fingerboard mecca is not Berlin anymore, guys. It's actually here in Porto. You have two hot spots, and you have a Yellowwood park in front of the store. So even when Philippe is not around, you can just shred the park. It's actually quite easy, but
We have good conditions, good weather. We have also here in this house a place for people to stay now because it's something it's working good, and you have all the conditions. You should come. Look at this. We are in almost October,
yes.
and it's really warm. Until Christmas, it's always good. So you should come here, more people, because we are waiting, and this is perfect conditions: skating, fingerboarding, surfing, nightlife, culture, wine, beer, termos, vamos equipa, não falta nada.
I can totally agree with that. And Francesina, fish, good sausages.
All good, all good.
Yeah, but what do you think like about the collabos?
Collabos with Flint, why not? I know Laws for a long time, and we always had a good relationship, and I have no problem with Laws. With Oak, it's more difficult because it's a long time.
Long relation beef.
Yeah, it's like a divorce or something, you know. It's past and it's over.
Yeah, that's kind of sad to hear. But when we are at this center point of like these interesting questions, I have of course, I have some more spicy questions. Actually, I was talking to Jill Zaudius. Jill, I'm sorry if I pronounce your name wrong, but
Jill, I know Jill.
yeah. So he's asking you. How important do you think it is to have a united fingerboard scene?
I think it's important. It's important to have all the people united like we used to have back in the days, but I think it's also normal to have different perspectives and different. It's actually at one point good, because if it's only one scene, it's like a monopoly, you know. It's good to have different stuff going on, and as long as they don't overlap, that's a problem. That here, especially here in Porto, because we have two shops and we make a lot of events. Sometimes the calendar overlaps the same day for events, and that's something that I should work with the guys at Oak, and they should work with me to something that shouldn't happen, because it will and it did already in the past overlap, and it makes people to decide if they want to go one side or the other. It's not good, but in the end, having one good, I think it's all about people talking in real life, because when you talk with people in real life, they are different. Behind computers, it's easy to talk when you're on fire, you know, and then you regret. I don't know. Computers are not the best way to communicate. I think when you talk with people in person, it's always better.
So I think you guys need to get onto one table, and everybody's just playing their cards, and then in the end, lots of cervezas and love. I want to see more love here in Porto.
Yeah, but it's I understand you, but it's okay the way it is, you know.
So the next question from Jill is: are you available to organize a national event in equal parts with the other main players of the Portuguese fingerboard scene? So he's actually like asking you, like, if you're capable of or would you be in a like event? Let's call it like the Portuguese or South European Championships, whatever, and like that everybody can like be a part of it, like Oak, Flint, Low Pro. I don't know if I miss any companies from Portugal, like Yellowood.
Yes, I'm down to it, like I was in the past, and we have not only me, but a lot of the guys that help me, and we have been around the country already, and we made events in Lisbon and even south, and we always supported. And back then it was we had to bring the parks with us all the time, and we rented cars and we had to do that stuff because there weren't any parks. We had to carry them, and we can support events like that. But for example, since we have here a shop, the biggest events we are going to make it here because we can go to other places, but it's expenses and stuff. We can support an event like that, but I don't know about. It's all about talking maybe and see what is possible.
Yeah, but so basically you would be down for it.
Yes, no problem. Of course, we support since day one. Since the first Portuguese championship was sponsored by Yellowood, and since day one, the Portuguese scene, we are there. So we want to keep it because this year we make 10 years and it's awesome. And I couldn't be happier,
I'm actually kind of sad that I actually leave tomorrow and I didn't know it at the right time that like the next weekend, like the upcoming weekend is the 10 years anniversary. Yeah, so I didn't know it in the right time, so otherwise I would stayed like until then, of course.
Next year you will know. Last Saturday of September is always the anniversary.
Okay.
Our brands. It started.
I will mark that in my calendar, like with red Sharpie, and then I will mark it in the calendar. Yeah. So I know besides fingerboarding and skateboarding, you also do surfing a lot. And one of Instagram asked you, he's called Polaf B, would you rather go to Australia or to Canada for surfing? I think the answer is quite clear, Australia, of course.
Of course, I would love to go to Canada, but to snowboard because they have more snow than waves. And for surfing, I would choose Australia for sure because it's kind of a mecca. You have good beaches, sharks, dangerous stuff, and no, it's. I love to travel. I travel a lot and I want to travel a lot more still, and it's always good to see. And the last years I've been traveling, I always talk with fingerboard communities around the world, and it's been amazing to be able to get with other guys around the planet, and there's someone waiting for you that has the same interest. And in the end, fingerboarding is a small object but with a big passion. And you can meet people around the world and travel, and it's amazing. I love it.
I agree totally with that. So I think we are right at the last question. The last questions are actually from myself, because I thought, hey, it's time that Onkel Urban can write some questions by himself.
Some questions.
So I know you're also like skateboarding since probably forever, and for me it always seems like you have like the perfect timing for putting stuff on the market. The last thing I was like really surprised about were like the riser pads. I definitely have to cop one. The riser pads, but yeah. So will there be like any time in the future like anything new? Like I thought about like board rails, or will you do like extreme old school shapes like in the 80s, like with the fishtail?
It's actually the base plates. I got the idea when I was in California and met the guys from Beast Pants, and he was a really cool guy, and he had the base plates, and I loved the way his fingerboard ride it, and because in skateboarding I also use them, and I was like, this is really cool. And with the riser pads you have more amplitude with loose trucks, so it made sense. It's something that we could do it. It was actually complicated to do it, but we came up. We made a lot of prototypes, experiments, and we came up with this solution. It works, and we have 2 heights. It's nice, and About more stuff coming up, the old school shapes, we have the cruiser shape with the boxy tail, and small nose, classic shape. But I don't know. I think this pop stick shape is evolution of skateboarding.
Yeah, but I think like for example, I have one of those old school shape thingies. That's why I want to have the riser pads, because I have also like board rails on it and nose and tail savers. So
Rails I don't like. I hate them. Even in skateboarding, I used it back then, but it's just stupid, you know. For me personally, it's weight in the deck, and I don't use it.
so you like destruction.
Yeah, I like it without board rails.
Okay, so no Yellowood board rails.
No, that's for sure. That's
Man, no, that's sad for me.
no. But man, that's what I fingerboard because I skateboard, and I like to feel fingerboarding the same way I like skating, and it's something in the skateboarding history didn't work. We moved over, you know, and that's what I was talking about. The shape also, the pop cycle. This shape is for tricks, and for even if you like the old school one, you will have troubles with some tricks because it's a asymmetric shape, and it's more difficult to ride. This is the more simple way to ride the skateboard or a fingerboard. It's this shape.
But like for sure they will be in the future like you will do new stuff probably. I'm sure about that.
Yeah, we are always.
Do you have anything like planned? Do you can like give a sneak peek about anything you have in mind?
I have the new collection. I always draw the collection for next year around August. I have already drawn it, and I'm just finishing color correction, testing how colors come out and all that, because that's a lot of. I was a graphic designer for many years, and I like my graphics to be sharp, you know, and the colors have to be always to be on top, and this for me it's really important. And well, I'm doing the new collection. We'll launch it around December before Christmas. A lot of new graphics, and that's in Yellowood. The trucks, in white trucks, we will release some new colors for the X5s, the 34 millimeters. I asked the guys online because I was struggling with it. Which color should I choose, you know? And the best way to decide is to give opinion to people, and they decided, and we are going to make the pink and the white. I think it was the white ones that was pink and white the best choices, or we will make the 4. I don't know yet. That's a surprise. You have to wait.
Sounds good to me. It will probably take anyway some time until the video's done. But yeah, so
the 34 millimeter trucks are really awesome. Everybody should try this because for me it is a big step in fingerboarding. The way you ride your board. Some people are a little problematic about changing. They are used to, but when you change, it's always difficult at beginning. But now that I am used to them, it's difficult to go back.
So basically we are at the end of the interview. Do you have like any last words?
Well, I want to thank you for taking your time here in Porto to come visit us, and I want to say the guys there to come here. You can see the videos and the stuff. You are going to enjoy for sure. It's all good, and keep fingerboarding. Don't forget to put more kids into fingerboarding. Lend your fingerboards. Tell them how you make your tricks. Bring more guys with you. It's only if you make it happen, not events or other stuff, it's only in the people, how they don't be shy, because I see lots of kids shy to fingerboard in school or in. You are different, you are a fingerboarder, people will always like you because of that. And for me, I'm old and I still fingerboard and people love it and it's so fun, you know. I have no problems with it, and I just hope everybody has the same feeling about it, you know.
That's cool. So if you haven't subscribed to his channel, go for it on Instagram. It's Yellowood. You will find it for sure. I'm Onkel Urban. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time. Peace.
Life,